The air was thick with anticipation, a palpable sense of history in the making. On January 20th, 2025, a date that would be remembered for years to come. This was no ordinary Monday. It was Inauguration Day, a day etched in American history, a day when the nation comes together to witness the peaceful transfer of power. All eyes were on the U.S. Capitol Rotunda as Donald J. Trump prepared to take the oath of office for the second time, a moment that would define his legacy. Inside the Capitol, a who's who of American political life had assembled, from senators and representatives to former presidents and dignitaries. Former President Joe Biden sat alongside other dignitaries, a symbol of the continuity and respect that defines American democracy. The weight of the moment was not lost on anyone present, as the gravity of the occasion settled over the crowd. Cameras flashed as Chief Justice John Roberts administered the oath to President Trump, a ritual steeped in tradition and solemnity. With his right hand raised, President Trump repeated the words that have bound every American leader to uphold the Constitution, a pledge to serve the nation faithfully. The ceremony concluded with a mix of cheers and a few scattered jeers from the crowd, reflecting the divided sentiments of the nation. As President Trump took his place at the podium to deliver his inaugural address, the world watched, eager to hear the vision he would lay out for the next 4 years. The pageantry of Inauguration Day reached its zenith with the mega presidential parade. Crowds lined the streets, their cheers echoing as President Trump, accompanied by First Lady Melania Trump, made their way from the Capitol to the White House. Marching bands filled the air with patriotic tunes. Elaborate floats depicting scenes from American history rolled down the avenue. Security was tight, with Secret Service agents ensuring the safety of the president and attendees. As the parade drew to a close, a sense of excitement lingered in the air. The pomp and circumstance of Inauguration Day quickly gave way to the business of governing, as President Trump signed a series of executive orders, setting a new tone. Among the most significant was a sweeping immigration order declaring a national emergency at the southern border. The order called for additional troops to be deployed, resumption of border wall construction, and a crackdown on asylum seekers at the border. Other orders targeted environmental regulations, rolling back Obama-era climate change initiatives and policies. Another order reinstated the Mexico City policy, barring U.S. funding for international organizations that perform or promote abortions. These actions were a clear indication that President Trump intended to make good on his campaign promises to his supporters. The afterglow of Inauguration Day brought a wave of reactions from around the globe. The world watched closely, with many leaders and citizens alike eager to see what the new administration would bring. World leaders weighed in, their statements reflecting a mix of diplomacy and apprehension. Some expressed optimism, hoping for renewed alliances and cooperation, while others were more cautious, waiting to see how policies would unfold. Russian President Vladimir Putin expressed hope for improved relations, while Pope Francis offered prayers for President Trump and the American people. Leaders from Europe, Asia, and beyond shared their thoughts, each with their own perspective on the future. Back in the United States, the mood was equally divided. The nation seemed to be split down the middle, with passionate opinions on both sides of the political spectrum. Supporters of President Trump saw a path forward for a stronger America. They believed in his vision and were ready to support his initiatives, hoping for economic growth and national security. Critics viewed his presidency with trepidation, vowing to resist his agenda. They were concerned about potential policy changes and the impact on various communities. Protests continued, with demonstrators voicing their opposition to his policies. The streets were filled with chants and signs, reflecting the deep divisions within the country. As the sun set on Inauguration Day, America stood at a crossroads. The day's events had set the stage for a new chapter in the nation's history. The challenges facing the nation were immense, and only time would tell if President Trump would rise to meet them. The future was uncertain, but the hopes and fears of millions hung in the balance. The inauguration of Donald J. Trump in 2025 was the latest chapter in a long tradition, a tradition that has seen the rise and fall of many leaders, each bringing their own vision to the nation. Each inauguration reflects the hopes, fears, and challenges of its time, capturing the spirit of the era and the aspirations of the people. From George Washington's first inauguration to modern-day ceremonies, the essence of the event has remained unchanged. It is a moment of renewal and a reaffirmation of the democratic process. Some inaugurations have been marked by profound historical significance, shaping the course of the nation and leaving an indelible mark on history. Abraham Lincoln's second inaugural address offered a message of reconciliation in a divided nation, a call for unity amidst the turmoil of the Civil War. Franklin D. Roosevelt's first inauguration instilled hope during the Great Depression, promising a New Deal to lift the country out of economic despair. The inauguration of Donald J. Trump will undoubtedly leave its own mark on history, reflecting the unique challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. The peaceful transfer of power, a cornerstone of American democracy, will continue to endure, symbolizing the resilience and continuity of the nation's democratic ideals.